Hey everybody, so welcome to this video. I'm so excited about this one. My name's Julia Duffy. I'm your host and your leader in terms of the DFW area. You've come to the right channel. This is Life in Dallas and Fort Worth, and my team and I, we have the hookup for you. And if this is your first time to the channel, just tap that notification button down below, tap that bell, subscribe, share it, share it, share it, and would love for you to comment. I am deeply interested in everyone's comments, okay? We've got the hookup on this channel. Looking forward to seeing you and my stops along the way. Comment, let me know what you think. I'm still working on my hair, okay? That's all I gotta say, all right? So in this video, I am going to share with you the top differences between Dallas and Fort Worth, okay? Now, I'm about to get down and dirty about the differences, okay? I think you need to know it. And so you will not be blind when you get to this area. And then you need to come and visit before you move here. However, I've had people just pick up the phone and call and ask me to find them a place, and my team and we do. And they never even, we FaceTime, we do videos and all that stuff, and they do it sight unseen. So it's up to you how you want to do this. But I'm here to help any way I can, and there's lots of methods of how we can get the info to you. One of the big ones is this channel right here. So without further ado, let's get started. You ready? Okay, my peeps. So let's get started on this video. I'm doing the differences, which are staggeringly in your face, the differences between Dallas and Fort Worth. We also have a lot of similarities, but I'm going to try to just touch on the biggies, the big differences, all right? So come with me in terms of that. Okay, the first one that we cannot get away from, okay, is clearly the Western heritage of Fort Worth versus the big city wannabe of Dallas. So there is a smaller city feel, a smaller town. We're still a city in Fort Worth. And today I'm coming strictly from the Fort Worth position. I was born and raised in Fort Worth. I operate out of Fort Worth. I handle all of DFW, so does my team. But I know Fort Worth like rolling out of bed. I have lived and worked in Dallas 2 times in my life for long periods of time. So I do know Dallas as well, but Fort Worth has my heart, needless to say. So having said that, like I said, Western heritage versus big city feel of Dallas, Western heritage of Fort Worth. Now then, that's everything from kind of the way we dress. It's jeans versus skinny pants and tuxes. It's hold my beer versus hold my martini. It's barbecue and Tex-Mex and down home and shuffling to, basically a little bit more sushi, a little bit more upscale, not French food, but, like the trendy, that comes from the big cities, like Los Angeles and New York. And by the way, some of that is fun. So I don't have a problem with that. But again, I'm giving you the stark differences. Fort Worth, way more laid back, way more laid back than Dallas. And that attracts, a different kind of home buyer. We have way more really solid single residential homes. We are not the downtown condo, sprawling, skyscraper kind of action. Fort Worth is not like that. We do have several downtown condos that are very high priced. You get top of the line concierge service. We do have all of that, just like they do in Dallas. Dallas just has way more, okay? And Dallas just has more people. Fort Worth is the number 4 city in population. So we're getting up there. We're not trying, we're just doing it. We're kind of just easing on in quietly behind the big boys, okay? Because I believe it's Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio that are in front of us. And then it's us. We just eked out Austin, which actually stuns me because the growth that Austin had or has had in the past 1.5 or 2 decades, this is very surprising to me. But it's, you can't argue with the data, okay? So that is the initial point. Western heritage, and we'll talk about the stockyards here in a minute, okay? Follow me. Okay, so point number 2, and it's not like I'm, saying here are the top 5, because I think I've got like 6, 7, or 8 points. I really have about 20, but I'm not going to do that to you. I may split them up in videos if I see that you're, engaging and you want to know more and more and more. You're getting it from an insider, I got to tell you, and it will save you enormous time, because maybe there's some of you out there that don't want the laid back feel of Fort Worth. You don't want the land. You don't want the views. You don't want the feeling of being not in a big city. There are others of you, however, are at a point in your life where no, you like the big city. You want the hustle and bustle. You like being around a lot of people. You like the more of the concrete jungle. And that's cool. I've done both. And I can't sit here and go, that's weird. I mean, I've done all of that. So I completely get it. And wherever you are in your life right now, we have the answers for you in the DFW area. So that's all I got to say about that. So what I was trying to say is point number 2. I got to address our traffic. And again, the traffic situation, it lands on the positive when you're doing DFW, Dallas versus Fort Worth. It lands in the positive on the Fort Worth side. There's just less traffic because there's just less people. We are growing, and so there's a little bit of construction. There's construction in Fort Worth, and Lord knows there's construction in Dallas all the time. But here we go about traffic. Now, the traffic jams here are just cute. I'm sorry, they're just, you just want to hug it. You're so cute. Traffic jams in Fort Worth, when I have lived through traffic jams in Los Angeles for decades, I think that if you come from a big city, you are going to just laugh at the traffic jams. I will say I-30 gets a little clogged, late in the day, which is considered rush hour, like, I don't know, anywhere from 4 to 5:30, something like that, 6-ish, depending on really what has happened that day on the freeway. And then, and in the morning too, I'm not much on, I'm not on the freeways in the mornings, but on occasion I have had to partake, and it's early, it's like 8 o'clock ish, but literally it's not the kind of traffic where you just want to like open a vein, it is not like that at all. And if you're driving to Dallas and that's part of your commute, and girls and boys, I did that commute from Fort Worth to Dallas every day for I don't know how many years. And you just, pop in, turn your phone on, pop in your playlists, turn on a podcast. You can actually get books read, during the commute. So you're not exactly wasting time. There are people though that just absolutely hate that, and they don't get it. They don't get how, like people like me can just put something on and go into, it's a straight shot. If you're going to Dallas, you don't really have to think. You just have to avoid a collision. Hello, how easy. Anyway, so the traffic, that's the Fort Worth traffic. Once you get to Dallas, avoid 635. Avoid 635 at all costs. 635 is a loop that goes around the city. And the toll road is great, the North Dallas Tollway, unless there's an accident. They did not plan for that. It's like 3 lanes, and then there's like 2 little on the side, and you just have to be really careful. If there's an accident, it's almost like being in an express lane. You're going to be up, you know what creek. So watch for that. Central Expressway, if you just feel like dying that day, I'd get on Central Expressway. It is toll free. It is 75 is the number. And hey, Godspeed. That is for crazy people too, I think. Even though I have to take that occasionally as well. But you just got to know, what time of the day to get on certain thoroughfares. I would try to do Loop 12 if I could, just anything other than 75. The tollway and the George Bush tollway and the Rayburn tollway, when you get into North Dallas, those are some good ones to take. And you're just going to just get your toll tag, man. It's really no big deal. And it won't break the bank. Just, watch your budget, but it's wow, boy, does it save tears and headaches. And down in Fort Worth, we also have the Chisholm Trail Parkway, which is a tollway, which I take almost every day. And it's not much at all. I think it's, for like going miles and miles and miles, I think it's like, I don't know, a couple of bucks or something. But boy, it saves time. And if you're not in a hurry, just take the streets, take the side streets. There's loads of ways of getting around I-30, I-20, 35 over here, and in this neck of the woods. That's another one that, in my opinion, is like 75 over in Dallas. If you can avoid it at all costs, please do. And that's just a safety tip, man. It's just crazy people on that. Anyway, that's the traffic update without being in a helicopter for the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So each place has its own little soft spots and has its please avoids. All right? Just good to know. Okay, y'all. Hey, if you are loving what you're seeing here on the channel, I love the DFW area. Again, I grew up here in Fort Worth, but I lived and worked in Dallas for many years as well, also in Los Angeles, but we're not talking about Los Angeles. We're talking about DFW. And you just want the skinny and the lowdown on the area from an insider, you have come to the right place, and it is my pleasure to share it. And I'm going to turn this into a series of the differences between Fort Worth and Dallas, because you just can't get enough of that info. However, if it's your first time here to the channel, which is Life in Dallas and Fort Worth, I'm your host, Julia Duffy, and my team and I, this is all we do all day long, is we help people move into our fair metroplex from wherever you are. And we just love it. If you're moving in 1 day, if you're moving in 100 days, we're the hookup. Let us know. Like, call us, text us, email us, do whatever you got to do. And I will look forward to talking to you soon. We love this. We are embedded. We know the lifestyle. We know all the little places where to go and to get deals and to get the best food, get the best drinks, get your lifestyle on. We're it. All right. So I'll see ya. Come on. Okay. So point number 3, I think we're on. Not that it matters. I forgot how to count. Anyway, Cowboys versus Cowboys. So if you're talking about Dallas and Fort Worth, there's the Dallas Cowboys football team of Dallas, and then there's the real Cowboys that we get in Fort Worth and west of Fort Worth, and really all over the state and all over the nation. The Cowboys come here in the winter, not to get their suntan on or anything like that, but we've got like the bitchin' rodeo, stock show and rodeo of Fort Worth, which is, I believe it's the largest one in America. It's one of the oldest, if not the oldest. We have the actual first indoor rodeo ever in human history. We've got the Coliseum down in the stockyards, and we have a very, very huge history when it comes to the Cowboys around here. That is why our nickname is called Cowtown. Hello. We were founded on that. We are on the cattle drive path to go up to, I guess we go through Abilene, and I believe it ends up in Dodge, I want to say. But we were well known as one of the big stops along the Chisholm Trail. So a little bit of history. Sure hope I got it right, but I'm sure I did. But down in the stockyards, that's how that came about. Swift and I think Swift Armor, Swift and Company, the meat packing. It's kind of gross, you know, because I love cows so much. But hey, you know, hamburgers and steaks put a lot of money in a lot of people's pockets in this neck of the woods in Fort Worth. But we've got a very, I mean, you know, sometimes when the rodeo and the stock show is going on in town, it is hilarious because I'll go into one of my favorite Tex-Mex restaurants, and we'll be sitting there at the table, and it's like a wooden floor, and all of a sudden you'll hear the of spurs on the Cowboys boots, walking like they're walking around going wherever, you know, to sit down. They didn't quite take them off and leave them in the truck. I don't care. It's cool. It's like you're in a Western and yet you're not. And just to top it off, just to get the flavor, the show 1883 that Taylor Sheridan wrote, produced, created, they shut down, I believe, Exchange Avenue, which is known for its wooden sidewalks. They just turned it into 1883, the year 1883, as if you were there. So a lot of those shots were taken down on Exchange Avenue, like right down near the White Elephant Saloon. There's, you know, the big wooden banner that says Fort Worth Stockyards. Very cool place. I want to do a separate video just on the stockyards because it's just so interesting to me, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. Trust me. So that's the real Cowboys of Fort Worth and Weatherford. And again, Fort Worth is where the West begins. Dallas is where the East peters out. And that's the famous saying. So let's go back to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. It just breaks my heart. I am one of those people where, yeah, I grew up in Fort Worth, but I went over to Dallas all the time, to Dallas Cowboy games growing up. Shopping, we're going to get into that in a little bit, but the Dallas Cowboys break my heart. I do not know what happened, but a bunch of us feel that Jerry Jones is an idiot, and I guess I shouldn't say that on video. I'll never get to, you know, be his friend, whatever. So we just need to win. That's all. So the Dallas Cowboys, the big difference is, yay, we have the team over there, and that stadium is crazy big, and he did a really good job with the venue, I will say. I just wish he did a better job with the personnel on the field and let them win. Like, get a coach in there and get Jimmy Johnson again. I'm just saying it. Just going to say it out loud. All right. I know he's retired, but have him phone it in. He's got to be better than some of these. Anyway. So the Dallas Cowboys, yay! That's the difference between the two Cowboys in this area. Pretty interesting, pretty lame at the same time in terms of not winning. Don't say that. Sorry. Anyway, let's keep moving on. And again, everybody, if you are liking what you're seeing, first of all, I appreciate you coming to the channel and looking us up. We're here in the DFW area, ready to help you and your family relocate to our fair city in North Central Texas. This is what we do. My team and I, we also have, in addition to our actual team of realtors and so forth. We also have some vendors that can help you out. Won't go any further than that. It just depends on your needs in terms of if you're buying or selling, basically is what the deal is. But my team and I, we're embedded in DFW like no other. Of course, the Dallas area is bigger than the Fort Worth area, but we've got all of the surrounding cities that are included in the metroplex. So if you're moving in 1 day, if you're moving in 100 days, let us know. If you're moving in 1,000 days and you just need a slow rollout and you need us to make that smooth move for you, that helpful, all the helpful tips and hints that we can give you to make it just as least painful as possible, least amount of money, because we've got experts. You know, we are the experts, and then we've got sub-experts, if that means anything. So let us know. Call me up, text us, email us, you know, smoke signals, whatever you got to do. If you're in town and you're just looking around, I've got some buyers right now that they're actually from way out of state, and they're trying to sell their house back there in that state, and then they're coming on in. So we're working on that too today, as a matter of fact. So anyway, it would be my pleasure and my honor to help y'all out. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.